Okay, so there I was, taking an already established introduction, the famous so, and then I add an okay on the front of it, and a there I was, or here's the deal on the end. I think that is stealing, and I very much think that that is copyright claimable. So if anyone were to do such a thing as that, then they should be very scared of a copyright claim coming their way. But I'm going to be the master of EVO-like once again, as I always have been before. Because I'm the master of EVO-like, won 2 regionals with 2 EVO-like Pokemon, with the Togetic and the Cottony as well. I'm just the master of EVO-like, and I'm going to prove that right now. I'm going to actually get master with EVO-like Pokemon. And not just EVO-like Pokemon. These Pokemon actually can't evolve. I'm not just going to make a video saying unevolved Pokemon and then use middle stage evolution Pokemon. I'm going to actually use unevolved Pokemon. So they can still hold the EVO-like. But that means I have to win, I think, 6 games without losing. Ooh, that's going to be quite tough, but because I am the master of EVO-like, of course I can do it. That would be if I can find someone, which I have done right now. So, going to be finding... I said that a guy was Japanese before, when he was actually Korean, so I am not going to commit to what nationality that person is. So, here we go. He's got his own Trick Room with his Dusclops, which could be a bit awkward, but I still want to get up Trick Room. That is pretty much the only strategy I have with this team. So it's just whether I want the Slowpoke or the Solosis. I think that's the first time I've ever said the word Solosis out loud, and I don't even know if that's the correct pronunciation, but... So, I lead with Togepi. I have to lead with Togepi every single time. Else I just instantly lose. Then, do I go with Slowpoke or with the Solosis? So I think I need to bring the Corphish because of the Rhyperior. Although, to be fair, the Trapinch would do reasonably well against the Rhyperior as well. I think I'm going to go the Corphish route for this one. And then do I have Darumaka or Trapinch? I am going to go with Darumaka. So, I'm just about to prove to you right now how masterfully I have mastered the EVO-Lite. By only being allowed to have 1 EVO-Lite. The rest have to hold different items. But can you imagine how powerful I would be if 6 Pokemon were allowed to hold the EVO-Lite? Oh, he wants to set up the pledges. Please do. I would welcome the pledges. So I'm guaranteed to get a Trick Room here, which is very nice. I say I'm guaranteed. If that is a Specs Primarina, Solosis might not be able to take it. Oh, that's just Sludge Bomb. He didn't even go for the ledge. Unfortunate. But who needs an EVO-Lite when you've got a Focus Sash, right? Oh, Hyper Voice. Be strong, Solosis. Oh, perfect EV training by my Solosis. Excellent, and now I get up the Trick Room. So it was Life Orb, so I would have got KO'd to Choice Specs, but of course I masterfully called that he wasn't Choice Specs, and instead would be Life Orb. So obviously I EV trained my Solosis for that attack. Now, do I go into the Corphish? I don't think I do. I think I go into Darumaka, but then how do I deal with this Primarina? I think I want to show you how strong this Darumaka actually is right now. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go for a Dynamax, Max Flare, into this Primarina. Or do I go for a Steel Spike? Steel Spike be slightly stronger. But then I'll be setting up for my future attacks. I'm just going to show you how strong this Darumaka actually is. So don't underestimate this Darumaka. Oh, and the Venusaur switching out as well. This is perfect. And that's the Rotom. Ooh. Did he not bring his Rhyperior? I don't think he brought his Rhyperior to this match. So, we're going to get a very, very powerful attack off there. Because he's Life Orb Primarina, that should indicate that he doesn't have defensive investment in the Primarina. And Primarina does not have the best of defenses because it can't hold an Eviolite. And this Darumaka has Hustle. And it's actually pretty much as strong as a Durant. So, everyone knows how strong Durant is, but no one knows how strong Darumaka is. But he was very, very smart there. Dynamaxing his Primarina means that he will survive this attack. So that was a very, very smart Dynamax on his end. So he actually knew the power of the Darumaka. So I can absolutely respect that. But just look how much damage this will do. That was very respectable damage. That would have KO'd the Primarina if it did not Dynamax. But will this Sun help me survive this incoming Max Geyser? Because I don't have Eviolite on my Darumaka. Ah, perfectly EV trained. My EV training on this team is just so good. So now he's got the Sun back up, but he is in range. Now, I could KO the Rotom Wash here, if I wanted to. And I could go for Psychic into the Primarina. I don't think that would be enough. But I am going to go for a Rockfall. You may think it's strange KOing my own Solosis to the Sandstorm chip that will happen, but I can assure you that that will not be the case. Expertly predicted. Because of course I am the master. So, now we're going to be going for this Max Rockfall into the Rotom. There is no chance that this Rotom will survive this attack because Darumaka is so strong. Wonderful. And of course I set up the Sandstorm. I'm going to be doing a tiny bit of chip to my Solosis, am I? Enough to take it out? Ooh, we will see. I'm going to be buffeting my own Darumaka to the Sandstorm, so it will be KO'd after this turn. The Primarina is going to take a bit of chip, but what is this? The Solosis is still around on the field? But surely run Magic Guard on your Solosis. No, I am running Overcoat on the Solosis, so that Sleep Powders and the Sandstorms and Hails are not going to be KOing. Now, I could Rockfall KO the Braviary here. I could Psychic KO the Primarina, maybe. Solosis is actually very strong. I think I'm going to do that, because Solosis can deal with the Venusaur in the back. So I'm not too concerned with that, and I'm going to believe in Solosis. I should not have believed, but this Rockfall is going to take care of this Braviary. The Primarina is going to be KO'd to Life Orb or Sandstorm. So I either keep my Darumaka or my Solosis. Actually, I won't keep my Darumaka, so I hope he attacks the Darumaka here instead of the Solosis. And of course, he did target into that Darumaka that was going to be KO'd by the Sandstorm chip. But he's going to KO himself to his own Life Orb recoil. So now, I need Corphish or Solosis to be very strong here against this Venusaur. I'm not sure that the Corphish can do it. But I think I have one more turn of Trick Room, unless I've miscounted. I'm pretty sure I have one more turn of Trick Room. Seems I do. So, this Corphish is going to come in here right now, and it's going to Crab Hammer this Venusaur in the ring. So long as he doesn't have Protect. And if he doesn't have Protect, the Psychic is going to KO this Venusaur anyway. So now, I will Crab Hammer, and I will Psychic. And he did not have Protect. So this Psychic is not even going to bring the Venusaur down to its Focus Sash. And of course, Solosis being strong enough to KO the Venusaur, revealing that I am indeed the master of Eviolite, as I'm already 100% win record with this team. So, very nice first game. But of course, can't stop there yet, because I'm not officially a master yet. I mean, of course, I am the official master of Eviolites, but it's not official in this game. That was just a pathetic amount of points. What are you talking about? I just beat someone. It should be a huge game. This game is trying to cheat me out of my title. What is this? A very satisfying first game. I only needed 3 Pokemon, it seemed. Didn't even need the 4th. Ah, and he looks to be a Trick Room team himself. Which could be very awkward indeed. But he has the Torkoal, so this means that I need to go with my Trapinch. Now, do I try and set up Trick Room with the Togepi, or do I just let him set up the Trick Room? I think I have to go with what I said before and always have to lead with the Togepi. I will have the Trapinch in the back ready for that Torkoal. And then I think I will go with the Darumaka here. Because Darumaka is very strong. But facing down an opposing Trick Room when you're using Trick Room is never fun. That's why I don't tend to use Trick Room. Because, you know, if you face opposing Trick Room, it's very awkward. Issue could be if he sets up his Veil, though. Because I'm using not fully evolved Pokemon, they may not be able to break through the Veil. I say that, as you saw how much damage that Darumaka did to that Primarina. That was a resisted hit, and it would have OHKO'd it if it didn't Dynamax. But as you can see, he's taking his full time because he's been completely thrown by this team. Because no one has any idea of the matchup against this team. That's why I use such unique teams such as this one. Because I will know the matchups, even though this is only the second match I've ever used this team. They will not know the matchups against me. Now, will they lead with their own Trick Room with the Dusclops, or will they just go full offense with this Venusaur and Torkoal, which I am very content with, because my Slowpoke is not a Water type. Ooh, that's awkward. Slowpoke is a Psychic type, and it's only a Psychic type. That does seem quite awkward, but I very much hope that I lose my Togepi here. If I lose my Togepi, I can show off the Trapinch. Now, will this be a Sleep Powder or a Sludge Bomb? I hope this is an attack. It is a Sleep Powder, unfortunately, so I won't get my Trapinch in this turn. And it is an Eruption. But Slowpoke is the one holding the Eviolite, so of course it is able to take it. So now I need to lose my Togepi. So I will Protect this turn, even though Protect is a terrible move in 2020, and I will attempt to just sacrifice the Togepi. And very kindly of him, he is going to Eruption. Maybe this is enough to KO the Togepi. It's going to be very close, even though it's not holding the EVO. Like, oh, it was just enough. Okay, fair enough. And he is just going to be spamming Sleep Powder, so he's going to be one of those players. So now I will send in my Trapinch. Oh, that move order is horrible. I don't like that move order. I could accidentally crunch here, but I will go for a Surf. And now I have to face the decision of whether I Dynamax this Trapinch, because if I Dynamax, I get a KO, but I get one KO. That would open up the Venusaur to be able to go for a Sleep Powder, because he doesn't know how to click an offensive move with the Venusaur, just no Sleep Powder, and of course he will hit, because Sleep Powder is 100% accurate when the opponent uses it. Or the Torkoal could be going for an Eruption into my Trapinch, which would still do a lot of damage. So I'm going to believe in Trapinch. I'm going to Surf myself, get my Winx Policy, and then try and get 2 KOs this turn. So, thanks to his son, this Surf is not going to be doing much damage at all, especially because I am not a Water type with the Slowpoke, so I'm not going to be getting that same type attack bonus. And I'm going to be activating the Weakness Policy of this Trapinch. Now Trapinch just needs to be strong. So, who believes in Trapinch right now? Ooh, not quite enough. I am going to be KOing my own Slowpoke as well, unfortunately. Now, is he going to click Sleep Powder, because that's the only move this Venusaur knows? He is going to be going for a Solar Beam, unfortunately, so I did get to show how I can KO a Torkoal there, but it seems that he's trained his Venusaur very well with the +2 Trapinch in mind, So now I have to break through his entire team with this Darumaka. Which of course I can do, because Darumaka is one of the strongest Pokemon in existence. Unless of course he brings in his Rhyperior right now. That would be terrible. I'm pretty much game ending immediately. But I believe in the Darumaka. Okay, this is actually possible. That is quite amusing. So here, I'm going to go for a Max Knuckle into the Venusaur. So that would definitely KO. That would give me an attack boost. If there is a Rhyperior hiding in the back, it will be very awkward between the speed tiers of the Darumaka and the Rhyperior. Because Darumaka is naturally faster than Rhyperior. But if he has not trained his Rhyperior to be slow, my Darumaka will outspeed. So it depends here if the Dusclops is going to be reversing Trick Room, or if he's going to be leaving the Trick Room up. If he leaves the Trick Room up, he probably has a very slow trained Rhyperior. Okay, good. There's the Nightshade, not doing much chip at all. Here's a Max Knuckle. Going to be doing very good damage. Yep, just enough to KO this Venusaur. So now, what is this final Pokemon? If it is the Lapras, I'm feeling very good. If it is the Rhyperior, that's going to depend on the speeds. It is the Conkeldurr. Interesting. So this is still very, very possible. It should Dynamax the Conkeldurr, but I'm not sure it can take a Max Flare in the Sun. I wonder if he'll go for an Ally Switch as well. An Ally Switch is entirely possible as well. And of course, Conkeldurr is naturally... Is it naturally slower than Darumaka? I think they might be the same. Pretty sure Darumaka is 45. We will have to see. These speed interactions. He just went for a Nightshade. Is this Darumaka going to move first? It is not, and he had Rockfall, unfortunately. I would have been able to take a Max Knuckle, but unfortunately he had that Rock Slide. So he had the tech. He knew he needed to tech out this Conkeldurr for the Darumaka. And unfortunately, he was able to move first. I'm pretty confident that I believe I speed type with the Darumaka. No, Darumaka is 50 speed, unfortunately. I believed it was 45. And I thought there would be a speed type, but unfortunately it was not. So, very, very, very good text from my opponent coming out there. A bulky enough Venusaur that probably had no HP investment to be able to survive my +2 Earthquake. And he did take out his Conkeldurr with the Rockfall. There was just a Max Knuckle. Darumaka could have done it, but unfortunately he did have the tech. And of course you must have the text when you're facing the Master of Eviolite. Else you have no chance at all. I'm pretty confident a Max Flare would have KO'd the Conkeldurr, because it is Sun boosted, it's Hustle boosted, Darumaka is very strong. So, didn't respect it with a potential Ally Switch as well, so. But, unfortunately, I lost that tiny bar, even though it should have been a much bigger bar. And yeah, right back to where we started. So getting the official title is looking a lot less likely now, unfortunately. Okay, I'm pretty confident that is a Japanese guy. Okay. I think I can do this one. Do I go with the Trapinch here? Or it's more, do I go with the Slowpoke or the Solosis? Solosis is not bad. But I believe I'm going with Slowpoke mode. Because it doesn't seem to have too many ways of stopping Trick Room here. It's got Hyper Voice on the Sylveon. And again, if that's Specs, then that could have KO'd the Solosis, but Slowpoke will easily take that. Hitmontop and Lapras. I'm not concerned with that. Of course, the own tempo coming in there, meaning that my attacks coming out from the Slowpoke are going to be much stronger. So I think I will go, like, a double protect is somewhat obvious. But this will stall a turn of his Dynamax. He's going to get up his Veil. I was saying that the Veil could be a bit awkward going forward. But even if he breaks the Sash of the Togepi, Hitmontop should be faster than Lapras, and it won't be able to KO, may be able to KO the Togepi. Oh, is this going to be a feint? This is a feint. That was a very good play from my opponent. It is just a fake feint, so I'm content with this. Ah, Safeguard. He expected the worst there. 2 potential Yawners on the field. Like, I can respect that. I can respect that. Now I will go for a Trick Room. Now, do I follow me? Because if he's got a Safeguard on his Lapras, surely there's no space for Thunderbolt. So I think I'm going to get a tiny bit of chip with the Dazzling Gleam. Because I'm confident that Slowpoke is not being KO'd this turn. So I don't think I need to follow me. Imagine if he wide guards expecting my Dazzling Gleam. That was quite smart, stalling a turn of Dynamax, because now he gets an extra turn of Veil, effectively. But he didn't know that I didn't have Yawn, so he has effectively wasted a turn with the Lapras, but that is okay. So am I playing too riskily, expecting no Thunderbolt when there's a Safeguard? Ah, so that was a good not follow me from the Togepi right there. Here's Max Geyser. Okay, so I made the, it didn't make any difference if I follow me or not, but he has just clicked Rock Slide, and everyone knows that Rock Slide is the best Trick Room answer in the game. But apparently it's not, so excellent. This is not a terrible position right now. So, if I go into Trapinch, he didn't get up his Veil. So I'm going to go into Trapinch. I'm going to save my Dynamax. Do I save my Dynamax? With a Max Quake, I could be able to take an attack. But no, because I'm going to be going for a Sun Boosted Surf here. Sun Boosted Surf? Rain Boosted Surf. And I'm going to go for a Superpower into the Lapras. And then I will save my Dynamax for the Darumaka. Okay, that was very good chip. Is this going to KO my Trapinch now with that chip? That was a good Mach Punch if it does. It did not, so perfectly calculated. And because he didn't get up his Veil, this is going to do very respectable damage. That is very respectable. Now, is he going to KO the Trapinch or attempt to KO the Slowpoke here? It's weakness policy, unfortunately. Gets up his Veil now, which could be awkward. But he did attack into the Trapinch, so I'm comfortable with my play, because the Surf chip and the Mach Punch chip probably wouldn't have saved it after a Max Quake. But now, I have 3 turns of Darumaka in Trick Room. So who believes in Darumaka even through a Veil? There's not much else for the Slowpoke to do this turn, is there? Don't want to surf myself, I might as well just try and heal Pulse a potential Mach Punch. And now, do I set up the Sun with the Max Flare? Would that be enough to KO the Lapras? Do I go for a Max Knuckle instead? So I do probably need to take a turn going for a Max Flare at some point, so that I can get rid of this rain. Then would that be enough to KO the Lapras? I'm not confident it would be, so I will go for a Max Knuckle here. And I had seen Rock Slide on the Hitmontop as well, and nice. So that will do respectable damage to the Darumaka. just Mach Punch. I'm content with that. So I'm very happy with my heal pulse as well. So really, I think I'm going to ignore this hit on top completely. Very nice. And ideally he goes in something that I can max flare, because I want to get rid of this rain. Oh, he's really thinking about it. He knows he's in a bad spot. I can max flare that. I think I might actually surf this turn just to break the potential focus sash on the Raichu. With the Veil though. Actually, I can Rock Fall instead. That would do it. That should do it. So that was good chip on my own Darumaka, but that was reasonable chip on the Raichu as well. So will this KO through Veil? Do you believe in Darumaka? Good, good. I'm not sure if the Max Flare would have KO'd, so I'm pretty happy with that choice of Rockfall. Now I should be able to choose one more KO. I finally decided to post-combat that did a lot of damage. That did too much damage. I'm going to be in Mach Punch range now, unfortunately. Oh, and he switches out with a Jetpack as well. Oh, ooh, he had the Tex. He did have the Tex. Finally remembered he had the close combat button, unfortunately. And there's Sylveon, so that's unfortunate because that would be in range of the Darumaka, but he is going to be able to Mach Punch it. I can't Heal Pulse through Protect, unfortunately. I can't even Protect anyway, so I don't know why I even had that thought, but I somehow need to survive the Mach Punch. Would I KO the Sylveon now? Oh no, I'm back at neutral, so it would. But is Darumaka going to be strong? May have made a mistake going for the Surf on the Raichu. It was still probably Focus Sash, but okay, fair enough, but he should be Mach Punching anyway. He is not. Interesting. If I would have Max Flared as the hit on top, I actually had still no chance, but I had a chance. So I don't think there was too much counterplay there, unfortunately. If I did have Protect on the Darumaka, it still wouldn't make any difference because he can still Mach Punch, but that was a strange fake out on Protect. They just Mach Punch the... Maybe he didn't believe in his Hitmontop. He knew how strong the Darumaka would be. There's the Mach Punch. He remembered that that's a button to click as well. Well, I was going to say that's probably an Assault Vest tip top given the 4 moves we've seen, but we've seen its item. Oh, look how bulky the Slowpoke is. Alright, Slowpoke. Who believes in Slowpoke in the sun with a non-stab Surf against a Sylveon. Unfortunate. If I didn't Surf myself and he wasn't Sash on the Raichu, which he probably was anyway, I am content with my play. Maybe it would have been better to go for a Steel Spike into the Hitmontop at that point, because that would have still done a lot of damage. I got my defenses up. Big surf coming out here. Yeah, Steel Spike into Hitmontop I think would have been... Steel Spike, a +1 could have been enough to KO the Hitmontop. And the Raichu's not doing too much to the Aramaka, so that would have probably been the better play there. Because close combat did way too much damage to the, to the Darumaka. But then again, it seemed like I didn't need to respect the Hitmontop at all because he was just going for Mach Punch and Rock Slide. So... I could have checked if the Raichu was Focus Sash, to be fair, but oh well. Unfortunately, I have dropped a rank, so I will need to win this game to climb back to exactly where we started before. He has got an Arctozolt. That is very interesting. I mean, like, that is a Trick Room team as well, but mine out Trick Rooms his Trick Room. I was gonna say Slowpoke. I still, in my mind, even though this is Galarian Slowpoke, still in my mind that the Bulk Beat would KO the Slowpoke. Because water, but not water. So do I go with Togepi here? I might just go full on offense straight away, like 3 offensive mons. Yeah, I'm going to go Corphish as a lead as well. I'm not going to bother with Togepi. I'm going to ignore my own advice. Because he's going to set Trick Room up for me, surely. Of course, he sees 6 slower Pokemon than him. He's going to set up Trick Room. I mean, Darumaka apparently was 50 base speed, so... if he's scared of Darumaka, which he definitely should be, then he would set up Trick Room to be able to counter that. That's not the worst lead. It is an absolutely awful lead if that is an Imprisoned Jellicent, but you wouldn't expect it to be on a hard Trick Room team like his. But he is not ready for this Corphish. He could try and counter my Trick Room with his Trick Room, but I'm going to KO this Incineroar right now. At least that is the plan. Even with his Intimidate. He's thinking long and hard about this turn. This is a very tricky turn for him. Could he double up into the Slowpoke here? With a Shadow Ball and a Darkest Lariat. That would KO, I'm pretty sure. Just a Water Spout. Take that. Can take that. He didn't Trick Room, so I should be getting out Trick Room here. I believe in Slowpoke. Perfectly V4. Now come on, Corphish, Crabhammer with the Razor Claw. Didn't even get the crit. Come on, that's 50% of the time. We know how many times Togekiss crits. Oh, what even is this? Alright, now he's going to try and reverse the Trick Room, so I'm going to Trick Room, and I'm going to Crabhammer again. Jellicent is going to be an issue, though. Now, what do we even have for Jellicent? Alright, Protect in place, he's reversing the Trick Room. Oh, I didn't even. Oh, it doesn't matter, because he's carrying... No, that's good. That's really good. That worked out very well. Now watch this for a play. Darkness? Is that necessary? It could be Colbur. I'm going to believe in Trapinch. Now, of course, this is going to be the one I critical hit myself, even though this is 12% chance, because it's not increased crit ratio. Let's go Trapinch. Did I play too safe with a Quake into a potential Cold Berry? Should I have just gone for Crunch? So I still get my special defenses up as well. Nice, and Aqua Jet myself. That was very good damage. But will this be good damage? Let's go Trapinch. Let's go Trapinch. Let's go. It's definitely taking a move coming out from the Incineroar as well. Dark Slayer into the Corphish. That's probably going to KO. So I'm going to have to deal with some hustle stuff now. But of course, this Darumaka is very well trained. So who needs to Dynamax with Darumaka? Arctozolt. Okay. Arctozolt's base 55, right? Apparently I've already got one thing wrong. Yes, so my Darumaka does underspeed. So I just need to hit. So if I go for a Knuckle into the Incineroar, the Jellicent is gone, so that will go off. And then I think I do Flare Blitz here. And I just believe in Hustle. Because he is not surviving this. Like, Darumaka at +1 with Hustle will KO this Arctozolt. So please, 80% of the time. 80% of the time. Come on, Darumaka. This is your chance. This is your chance to show everyone that I am the master of EVO Light. Because this Incineroar is KO'd. And Darumaka, you have to hit this. If you miss, we lose. You have to hit this one. Come on, Darumaka. Was there ever any doubt at all? Any doubt that this Darumaka would actually hit? The one Hustle move it has to go for. Maybe I should have gone for Superpower because this is going to be a heap of recoil. But that doesn't matter. Darumaka doesn't need HP. It just needs to hit things. And it is Gothitelle is the last one. I'm pretty sure that Trapinch and Darumaka can do this one. I will go for a Darkness. It is at +1. And I will go for another Flare Blitz. There it is. That was the one. That was very nice. Very, very happy with that one. So I think I will leave it there on that one. Didn't quite become the official Master of EVO Light, but was able to climb up a rank. So we see here, I did actually climb up a rank. So going into this, if we check my rank, I did actually, of course, increase from this rank to the next one, and that is all that matters. That I did actually increase a rank. There we go. I did increase the rank. And slightly bigger bar as well. So not even just getting that rank increase, increasing from where we started. But I hope that you enjoyed this edition of Master of EVO Light. See you again next year.